Prime Minister Hun Sen is running virtually unopposed. In the run-up to the election, he's tightened his grip on power. On July 11th, Hun Sen ordered Cambodia's parliament to revise the law so that those who don't vote will be barred from running in future elections. That same day, the election committee warned that those who encourage others to cast null ballots will face legal action. And on Monday, authorities fined 17 exiled opposition politicians for advocating an election boycott, banning them from holding office for at least 20 years. And let's go live to Jonathan Head, our Southeast Asia correspondent. He's standing by in Cambodia. Hi, Jonathan. With the outcome a foregone conclusion here, what is the atmosphere there like just ahead of the vote?
Well, Sumi, it's probably a mixture of apathy and fear. There is genuine fear. Everyone knows that there are penalties for showing any kind of open support for the opposition. And I should say there are other parties contesting this election, but they're tiny. They pose no threat at all to the ruling party, the Cambodian People's Party, so it is in effect a one-party election, an uncontested election. I think everyone in Cambodia understands that this election isn't about having a choice. It's about whether Hun Sen, who's been in power for 38 years, can carry on, and most important, what he wants to do, hand over this control he's had over the country to his son, Hun Manet. And this is more, I think, of an acclamation than an election.
A political dynasty in the making. Cambodia's seemingly eternal leader, Hun Sen, handing the party flag to his son, who he's decreed will succeed him. It's been more of a coronation than a campaign. The ruling party, in effect, running unchallenged, as the main opposition movement has been banned, just as its predecessor was. So the Candlelight Party has little else it can do but sit this election out. At least these officials in Kampot province aren't in jail or in exile like so many others.
Even though there is a repressive environment here which has forced people to flee abroad and some people were arrested and imprisoned, we won't back down or retreat from our struggle, because the only way to change the system here is to fight on democratically.
In the grand tradition of autocrats the world over, Hun Sen has now begun building monuments, glorifying his own record.
Now, they surrounded this vast edifice with these carved stone relief panels, very much an imitation of Cambodia's greatest monument, Angkor Wat, depicting Hun Sen as the man who single-handedly ended this country's long civil war. He calls it his win-win memorial. But that achievement no longer really resonates with younger Cambodians who've only known peace. And there are many who feel that they're not winning in Hun Sen's Cambodia.
It is certainly wealthier than it was. Much of the capital is a frenzy of construction. But this roaring development has also brought corruption, injustice and yawning inequality. Praksopirp is fighting what will inevitably be a losing battle. The shallow lake, where she fishes and grows vegetables, is being filled in by a well-connected property developer. She's now been summoned to court for illegal occupation of state land. It's a common problem in Cambodia, where land titles were destroyed in the Khmer Rouge Revolution and where the voices of the poor are rarely listened to.
Hun Sen always talks about his win-win policy, but it is he alone who wins. We don't feel at peace at all, as we now face eviction. We, the real Cambodian people who live on this land, are suffering in the name of development.
In a normal election, her grievances might well have been taken up by one of the parties. But this election is little more than a charade. Everyone already knows the outcome.